Hello, my name is Alex and I'm the CEO and founder of IIMPACT. I'll just give you a little bit background of our company. So we actually started off in January last year. We're actually about 1 year old now. And what we do is that we focus on mobile recharge, bill payments, transportation, and etc. So coming back to how do we actually make money, we actually do it on a revenue sharing model. So what we do is that we actually get a commission from the service provider and also the partner, and then a portion of this commission we actually give it to the consumer. If you can see at the market demands in Malaysia as per SKM, it was about 35 billion ringgit just for the mobile recharge alone. So at IIMPACT, we are building solutions for both businesses and consumer. For consumer, we are offering them up to 10% discount and also convenience. So our app can actually work even without internet connection. So in fact, our analytics show that 60% of our users are actually using the app without internet. Another interesting thing we would be rolling out is a digital billing. You know, like how you typically pay your electricity bills, your water bills. You look at your bills, you look at how much you need to pay, you log into Maybank to you, and then you pay. But what we're going to do here is that we're going to build a solution that's going to serve both B2B and B2C. So how does that work? Within the app itself, you can actually see the detailed breakdown of all your bills, from your electricity to your water, your internet, your Astro, etc. As for businesses, we want to give something that is very... Another thing interesting is that we have is an automated payment system. So we have a 24/7 automated, meaning to say even on weekends or public holidays, businesses can still deposit money and everything is actually automated. So talking about big player, if a big player is going to integrate a top-up system, for example, let's say Boost is going to integrate IIMPACT services, typically the deployment time is about 1 to 6 months. But what we're going to do here is that we're going to create a SaaS model that's going to reduce the deployment from months into days. So the days as in 1 or 2 days. What do we sell? We sell mobile recharge, utility, tax assessment, entertainment, transport, newspaper, games, and international top-up. We had over 85 products right now. And an upcoming partnership will be on with Boost, so it's like a double reward. So you get up to 10% from IIMPACT, and at the same time you get a shake reward from Boost. So we are 1 year old, and then, this is our statistic. We had about 26,000 users. We bootstrap, we are not crowdfunded before. And we had over 25 million in transaction value with over 350,000 gross profit. So right now we are actually profitable. We are not break-even and we are not losing any money. So this is how we have been over the past couple of months. And some of the clients that is actually using our service right now: Shopee, My Cash Online, Paylink, MMBC, and a couple more. So when we talk about competition, a lot of people are saying that top-up is very saturated, right? Everyone is like selling top-up here and there. But in actual reality, any other platform that you see are selling top-up is actually coming from this group of service provider. So in the whole of Malaysia, there is only about 5 competitors. So it is a very huge opportunity with very less competition. Also, if you look at the likes out there, say, imagine that you're a business owner, same product, same price, same quality, and I'm selling you at 30 to 50% cheaper. It's a no-brainer that you're going to get a cheaper one, right? Same quality, same brand, same product. So our pricing is very much cheaper than the rest of them. It's a very lengthy story for me to explain how we actually get a cheaper deal compared to the competitors. So if you want to learn more, just come over and we can have a chat on that. Some of the future development that we're going into, so we're going to introduce discounted airlines, buses, trains, cross-border transfer, and you can also turn your phone credit into cash, and the open API library for international presence. So we are currently raising money on Pitch-in. We are raising about 850,000 at 8.5% equity. That comes to about 10 million post-valuation. One of the the awards that we got from Facebook Accelerator. It's about 80,000 of US. And if you have any questions, so my email and my contact is over there. Thank you.
Question from the judges.
Is it an app?
Sorry?
Is it an app?
Yeah, it's only available for Android right now, so it doesn't have it for iOS yet.
I would really like to know because this is all done through online, right? How much of it, of your 25,000 members or users, actually directly transact online through yours, or the person that's transacting for them is actually the phone shop?
So we had about, from the 26,000 user that we have, over 34% is a paying user. So about 34%, that comes to roughly about 9,500.
So those users, do they pass the money to the phone shop and the phone shop is the one that does it for them, or do they themselves directly
Sell them.
Do an online transfer of cash to you? And
so because our app is available on the Play Store, so we serve both B2C and B2B. We have some people that they download the app and then they start selling in university. We do have businesses that download the app and then they sell it in their shop. So how do we actually classify that B2B and B2C is that we had about 80% B2B customer, and how we classify them is that, because we doesn't ask them if they are B2B or B2C, but how we classify is that if they are spending over 1,000 ringgit a month, then we classify them as a B2B.
so it's 80% of the transaction
By B2B.
So you have an e-wallet then?
Yes.
Means they have to top up the e-wallet in order to top up their phone.
Correct.
And your business is very low margin and it's a volume game.
It is, so that 350,000 is actually our gross profit.
So can you
So typically the
verticals that you plan to go into in the future? Yeah.
Well,
So
sorry,
will this help to increase your margin?
Oh, definitely. Because most of it would be like from transportation. If you're going to dive into trains, buses, airlines, that typically would come about 5 to 8%. And coming back to your margin question right now, so right now we are actually taking about 1 to 2% commission from every top up, because we actually give discount to customer. But moving forward down the road, because right now it's more on acquiring user, but moving down the road, we would do a couple of A/B testing, simply meaning we are going to either gradually decrease commission for a certain group of user to test if they're actually using that for convenience or are they actually using that for discount. So we're going to do a couple of testing there as well. Or we're going to introduce a legacy plan, meaning that existing user get to keep the current rate that they have, and a new user is going to have a different at a slightly lower discount. So that essentially would increase our profit.
But right now you only sell top up.
We have all of this here. So we have over 85 products.
You said your margin is 350,000 out of 25 million, right?
Correct. That's a gross profit.
So that is about 1.2%.
Correct.
Can I know that gross profit, have you minus out, have you taken out the direct cost like to boost from the 350,000?
So if we are talking now after paying all the salary, payment gateway, etc.
Your online concession you use Boost or who you use as a
that's a very, very interesting question. So we have two. One is a payment gateway that we are using, BillPlace. Another one, we are probably the first one to actually create financial aggregation. Simply meaning, if you are talking about businesses that let's say if a business deposit 100,000 by cash or by check, how it actually works in a traditional way is that you send an email to the company, you tell them that this is the bank-in slip, this is 100,000, and then I manually credit that to you. That's how it works typically. But what we did here is that we automated the entire process, that to the point that anyone that deposits by cash or by check or even by foreign telegraphic transfer, everything will be automated.
Sorry, I think we're running out of time now. So out of the 350,000, how much of it goes to your online transaction payment partner?
To the payment gateway, you mean? I would say probably about 10-20%.
Only 10-20%.
Are you saying the fees or the amount? I would say like 10 ringgit to 10 ringgit.
That's pretty easy. Your margin, let's say, is 1.5%, right? Out of 25 million, so you make 300,000, something like this. Out of 300,000, how much of it, or how much of that 1.5% paid to the online transaction?
So for the payment gateway, we actually pay 50 cents per transaction. So they actually go by transaction in 50 cents per transaction instead of percentage.
But you
And
already
that works
did
out
that.
to be how much percent in terms of average percentage?
In a month, we roughly pay about 6,000 ringgit. So in a year, it's roughly about 60,000. Correct. The current 2018. Okay. Thank you.